In this video, we will introduce Hello World Example Part 2. Previously, we looked at a Java application and also a Java servlet. In Android, remember that almost all applications and all system services are coded in Java. Code is compiled to Java bytecode before being translated into Dalvik bytecode, which in turn runs in the Android managed runtime environment. These characteristics make Android at once familiar. If you have used Java or a similar managed language before, you will find Android code fairly easy. We will find the tools for Android programming familiar, and many aspects of Android's managed language runtime are identical to Java. Android relies on Java base classes, and the Android runtime environment are similar to the standard Java runtime environment. Android apps are closer in spirit to the servlet approach than the Java application approach. We won't write any public static void main method. Instead, we will create subclasses of some Android supplied base classes, and we will create some metadata that tells Android about those subclasses. These subclasses are referred to as components in Android. First, here I have a public class main activity which extends activity. Activity is the building block of the user interface. We can think of an activity as being the Android analog for the window or dialog in a desktop application, or the page in a classic web app. Normally, an activity will take up most of the screen, leaving space for some Chrome bits like the clock, signal strength indicators, etc. Now let's look at the onCreate method. This is called when the activity is first created. This is where you should do all of your normal static setup, create views, bind data to list, etc. This method also provides you with a bundle containing the activity's previously frozen state if there was one, always followed by onStart. Within the method we call onCreate, and we set the activity's previously frozen state. Following that, by setting setContentView, we set the screen content to an explicit view. This view is placed directly into the screen's view hierarchy. Here we set the screen content from a layout resource. The resource will be inflated, adding all top-level views to the screen. Now let's add some code to print out Hello World. I'm going to add a text view which displays text to the user and optionally allows them to edit it. A text view is a complete text editor. However, the basic class is configured to not allow editing. Now I'm going to set my message. And I'm going to call setContentView. So here I set the screen content to an explicit view. I also have here an onCreate options menu, which initializes the contents of the activity's standard options menu. And here I inflate the menu, which adds items to the action bar if it is present. So now we have our main activity ready. This concludes our discussion of Hello World Example Part 2.